Hey guys, so it's I think it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock on Sunday, November 11th. It's the 100th anniversary of Memorial Day, and I've just been out capturing some footage of that. You'll see that in the next portion of this video, and I find it, of course, not at all surprising that the cult members are not set up here at Robson Promenade today because, well, I think they're running out of answers for the questions that people have about their cult. When they can't refer to a scripture, when they can't use their reasoning ability, when they can't try to control a conversation, well then that makes them scared, and then the police need to be called. And then people like me need to have peace bond conditions imposed and be taken to jail. Now, the reason I'm standing here today is because I think I figured out what their MO is now. Okay, so you saw in the last video that they were not set up in Robson Promenade, but they do set up in front of Best Buy, and they will set up in front of Granville SkyTrain. And the reason they're setting up in front of Best Buy, I believe, is because there are so many security cameras inside of the Best Buy entrance. And the reason they're setting up in front of the Granville SkyTrain station just outside of the gate is so that they can ask somebody who disagrees or has some questions that they would rather not answer. They can ask them to please move away from the cart, have that conversation, and then say, well, since you're really not interested in learning about the good news of God's kingdom, or since you're not interested in learning what God's name is, how to properly pray to Him, why He allows suffering, etc., etc., you have a nice day. I'm going to go return to my cart. Okay? And then if that person with the questions or criticisms for the cult says, well, hold on a second, you haven't really answered my question, and follows them back to the cart, well, then they can sheepishly pack up their cart and move into the inside portion of the Granville SkyTrain. And then if that person follows them, then they can call the police and say that they've been stalked because the security cameras will pick that up. So the only reason Jehovah's Witnesses are continuing to set up in public is so that they can dominate people in some petty way who are not in their cult, who have left their cult, and who have no interest in joining their cult, but who have some tough questions. Yeah. Yes, viewers, the cult members are set up today. It is the 100th anniversary of Memorial Day, where men and women fought and died so that the Jehovah's Witnesses could have the freedom to cry about fearing injury after being filmed and criticized in public by a former member. But do you think that you are going to find one of God's true servants attending the Memorial Day celebration? Well, why don't we go down to the Memorial Day celebration and see if we can find, and not come within 100 meters of, Jehovah's Witnesses at a literature cart. What's your view on why there's such a heavy armed force presence today?
No, that's not really for me to answer.
Not really for you to answer?
No.
And I was just asking him if he, what he felt about there being such a heavy armed presence here today. I was wondering if you'd be willing to share your opinion on why there's such a sort of concentration of firepower down here today for a peaceful celebration. Is it necessary? Is it overkill? Can I get your thoughts?
Hey, well, if you want to talk to the media people, you're welcome to.
Oh, I'd like to get your personal thoughts on it.
Talk to the media.
Talk to the VPD media relations
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, they're, if you look on the internet or whatever, you get a hold of their phone number or whatever.
Okay. I just thought I'd get your opinion now that we're here in the moment. It's happening now. You've seen people coming and going for about an hour now today. No thoughts on...
You got a clipboard there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You a reporter or something?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you report for?
I'm an independent media person.
Well, then you know all about the VP media liaison positions, and like Jason Doucette and Jason Robillard or whatever. You can get hold of him.
Jason Robillard?
Yeah, he's a sergeant.
Okay. Are you discouraged from talking to people in the media?
You know what? I'm directing traffic. If you want the department's opinion on or their stand or whatever their action plan is.
Okay.
You can get hold of media guys.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
problem.
All right.
No, it's not a machine gun, it's a carbine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we have some of those. They're carbine operators. It's
Okay.
just a long gun.
Oh, just a long gun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's for it's mostly for armed presence.
Oh, okay.
And also if there's like a threat that's far away, our pistols are used.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. No, but they are VPD members. They just we normally carry them in our cars in like a little rack.
Oh, I like your quilted poppy there.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Is that department issue?
No,
or is that
no, it's
from your mom, from your grandma?
No, from I just got at a store.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
So, they're starting at Hastings and Canby.
There would be some Mounties over at the celebrations.
Yeah. Okay.
But mostly it's just VPD. We're mostly here for traffic closure and security. But there's also, because it's a national event, there's also some RCMP here.
Yeah, he was saying that there's some cement trucks.
Yeah,
that
they
are
use
there.
like cement trucks and dump trucks. It's because it's in case we have a vehicular assault.
Vehicular assault.
Yes,
Okay.
like something like that happened in Toronto or in France, something like that. Because they could push a big vehicle to push through our cars, but they can't push through dump trucks.
Right. Nobody's really going to try anything on
don't-
Remembrance Day. I think
What?
that would be a little bold, wouldn't it?
It would. I would hope not, but
Yeah.
some people like to make a bold statement, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If we can do this on Remembrance Day when you guys are out in force,
Yeah.
imagine what we can do when people are just Christmas shopping a month later or whatever. So it's good to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see the other 364 days a year resembling today more and more, or less and less as we go forward now?
We have quite a few events like this where there's a lot of us present.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, like it's pretty much any time. There's like, we have like extra members for things like Canucks games, for parades, like all that kind of stuff, or concerts, or Whitecaps, anything like that. We always have
Whitecaps,
presents
Canucks
like
concerts, you
yeah.
have something like that. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that. Okay, thanks
This
for...
one's obviously just a bigger one because it covers a bigger area.
Because you're anticipating more people sort of...
More people, and because of the parade. So it's not just in one spot. They're doing a parade starting shortly.
Oh, the parade's starting shortly. I didn't know that. Okay. What's the route going to be?
They
Gonna come down
actually
here?
didn't tell us. I'm assuming it comes this
Oh,
way. No, they didn't tell us much today. I'm assuming it comes probably to Seymour Street. I don't think it would come to this block.
so you're going to be like dispatch. Where are they going now? Oh, they're turning left on such and such, and you're going to maybe have to move your gates and everything and keep them...
Pretty much, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. I'm sure
You guys don't know the parade route.
Someone does, but they didn't tell me.
Plus, it's the 100 year.
Yeah, so they think they're expecting it to be quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, quite a bit bigger for the 100 year. All right. Appreciate your time. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
no problem. Have a good day.
This is going to be more common in North America as it has been in Europe for about 20 years.
Okay.
Because we've been subject to almost attacks. Nice in France,
Cool.
Toronto, the van attack,
Cool.
things like that. So the concrete trucks you see here, the heavy trucks, are to prevent any vehicles coming through.
Okay.
That's the idea, right?
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, especially for Remembrance Day, real special group of people who fought for our freedom, many of whom never made it home. We'll do everything we can to keep the crowd and them safe, and it acts as a deterrent too, right?
Yeah, right.
And you know what? It's one of those things where you can't put a price on prevention. And
Somebody with some bad intentions showing up today sees you
know
guys,
what?
and they're going to go home and rethink themselves, I think, right?
Let's hope, right?
Yeah,
And you know what?
that's cool.
We take. There's a lot of curiosity, like you're displaying, which is
Thank
very,
you for answering.
Very
Thank you for
neutral
answering.
curiosity, which
It
is
is,
great.
it
right?
is, yeah.
And then there's a lot of there's a lot of right on, and then there's a lot of is that really necessary, right? So it goes across the board, and I totally understand as a taxpayer myself.
Well, you're the one holding the weapon. You're the one knows things that I don't know. We'll never know.
And
I don't envy your knowledge base.
Yeah, if I'm not making eye contact, it's because I got to keep looking.
That's cool.
Right?
That's cool.
But I am listening to you.
Yeah.
Right. No, you know what? It's
There's never been a terrorist attack in Vancouver in the last 20 years. Now that you mention it, maybe a little Canucks rebellion, but nobody's.
Well, let's try to keep it that way. Right?
Nobody's surveying the landscape of law enforcement in Vancouver, going, I think I see some holes here. You guys are.
Unfortunately, like you said, like we get a lot of the information that the public doesn't get, and let's just say we're not immune to it. We're on the radar, just like any other major Canadian or American city is.
Yeah.
And so when we get those intel reports, we take it really seriously, right?
Cool.
So, and that's just kind of where we are. Unfortunately, it's the new world.
Yeah.
It sucks, but if we can put a deterrent on anything from happening, we're certainly going to do that. So.
What do you say to the people who come up to you and are like, "Is this really necessary, officer?"
I tell them it's the new world and it's just for your safety, and whether they want to agree or disagree, they're allowed to.
Right.
Right?
Cool.
People fought for our freedom to be able to agree and disagree.